Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mocreo temperature sensor, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. I'm going to show you all the features that are available on this little device right here. Then I'm going to show you how to set it up. So first off, what it is kind of a little weather station. I got a weather station sitting right next to it with a sensor outside. And so first thing I want to do is just kind of compare the features that are available. You do have the time available at 11:17, and you can see that right there. Now the thing about this one right here is that it always has to be programmed if the power happens to go out. This one right here is connected to your network, so your time is always going to be based on your Wi-Fi, and so it's always going to be accurate whether you're daylight savings time or not daylight savings time. So on the device, it's really small here, but it is packed with features. Now on my old weather station, everything is here in one shot. On this weather station here, you got a little dial right here, and then you've also got a back button. So for the dial, you can toggle through the apps that are available. And so what we have here is a sensor, the weather, the calendar, and the settings. So what I want to look at here is the weather. Now this is also a push button or an OK button, so you're going to click that and it says fetching weather. So what we have here for the weather is overcast clouds, 19 degrees, 13 miles an hour wind, 100% humidity or 100% cloud cover, and 72% humidity. Now looking over at my other weather station, I've got 24 degrees, and this is saying 19 degrees. So this is going to be based on a weather station somewhere in the area grabbing that Wi-Fi signal. So this one here is accurate to my yard. This one here is accurate to a weather station nearby. It's also saying 50% humidity, where this is saying 72% humidity. And again, this is going to be based on a weather station somewhere in the area, probably updated at least an hour, maybe 2 hours ago, because it's 19 degrees versus 25 degrees. And this is also giving you a wind speed. I don't have a wind speed over here. This is giving me indoor temperature, where this one is not. It could with the sensors, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. And then the next thing we want to look at here is we're going to push our back button, and then we can go to our calendar, and I don't have anything in my calendar, so I'm not going to bother with that. We will look at the sensor. So the sensor is this device right here. Now I actually have two sensors, one right here which has not been programmed. I'll show you how to do that, and then I have another sensor out in my chicken coop, and I want you to take a look at this. I like to keep monitoring the temperature out there in that big shed or that big chicken coop. So that's what we're looking at right here. It's actually 35 degrees in that chicken coop right now, so my birds are safe, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to set up this other sensor, and we're going to put it in the garage. We're going to go back, and we're going to go to our settings and just show you what's in the settings. So you got your network and internet, then you got your sensor, your local, your display and sound. You can change all of these. You can personalize all of these however you want to set that up. I've actually done nothing in these settings. I've just allowed the app and the internet or my Wi-Fi network to do all these settings for me. So we're going to go back, and then on this display right here you can have anything that you want. So I like to have my sensor brought up just so I can keep watch of that chicken coop, and so I've named it there. The next thing I want to take a look at here is the app, okay? So on the app, it's called the Mocreo app right here. Now there are two different Mocreo apps, and one is going to be a smart app, and then the other one's just going to be the Mocreo app. You want to make sure that you get the smart app. If you happen to download the wrong app, it will tell you during the setup that you need to download this particular app. So in this app, what I have here is my controller device right here. And then I've also got my sensor, which is the coop. So I can click on my coop and I can see how that temperature has been trending over a period of time. And now I can set that at Celsius or Fahrenheit. It's giving me my battery level, and it's also giving me some settings up here that I can change if I wanted to. We're just going to leave it as is. But again, we can see over time the fluctuation of the temperature, and I really like that feature there. So I can do it by the day, month, or year, and you can see right here that overnight we're dipping way down to 15 degrees in that chicken coop. A couple days ago we was at 26 degrees. You can just see the trend, which is super helpful and handy to have that. we go with the month, and you know, for the month it's just been a few days here, so we can just pretty much monitor by the day and see that temperature fluctuation. So next thing I want to do is just show you how to set that sensor up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click our add here, and we're going to add a device. Now the hub is right here, and that's what we have right here is the Hub-h5-pro, the H5-pro. So if I wanted to add a hub, or then I would just click that. If I wanted to add a sensor, I want to make sure that I choose the right sensor. So on the back side of the sensor, it's going to tell you which one it is. And you can see that sensor right there. It looks like an Ls1. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what we have here is all sorts of different sensors based on different hubs and different products. Since I do have the Ls1 temperature sensor, I'm going to go ahead and click the Ls1 temperature sensor. Then it's going to tell me what to do next. If there is a piece of insulation in the battery, it's telling you to pull that out. If not, then the batteries are good to go. So what we're going to do is press and hold the sensor button for 3 seconds until a blue light blinks. All of the instructions are right here on screen, which is super nice. So I'm going to long press that until that blue light blinks just like that. And then once it blinks, I'm going to click my OK, and then I'm going to click Next. Now what it's doing is communicating with the hub and the sensor, and you can see how quickly that was. Now it's binding, and look right here, it says device update. Just that quick, literally just seconds. So it's not getting any feed yet because we need to go ahead and name it. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this out in the garage and show you how this works. And so we're adding that garage room, and we're going to name it garage. And now what it's doing, it's got a red light, or you got a red signal here, which means it has not yet connected. Oh, look, there it is. 74.3 degrees. That's the temperature right here where we're standing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sensor and I'm going to put it in the garage just to show you how quickly the sensor responds to changing temperatures. Now, I will tell you this, when I put this out in the garage, it's not going to go from 74 degrees down to say 52 degrees in one jump. It's going to be incremental. So over a period of time, it will then balance out to the ambient room temperature. So we're going to set this out there. We're going to see it drop gradually, and then it's going to steady out just like the chicken coop did. So, okay, so just a quick update that this is going to gather a reading every few minutes to give you an accurate reading. And I want you to notice right here that we are down 3 degrees. So it was 74 degrees, we're at 71.4. And it is showing on the app as well as on the hub. And you can see that it begins to give that little decrease there on the graph. And, you know, as it begins to level out, probably around the 50-degree mark, we'll show you that. So one other thing that I wanted to show you as we watch this temperature begin to drop from the garage temperature, I do want to show you that there is a firmware upgrade, and you want to make sure that you do this upgrade on your sensors and you do it on your hub. So I did have a little bit of difficulty connecting the hub to the app through my network. And I thought I was having a network issue. There was actually a bug in the system, which I did reach out to support. They fixed it right away, and I was up and running in just a few hours. So they was very responsive with their customer support, and connected super easy. We dropped down to 68.1 degrees. You can see that every couple of minutes, it's just going to drop it down a few degrees until it balances out at the ambient room temperature. So if you're looking to monitor some freezers, refrigerators, chicken coops, sheds, garages, basements, studios, if you've got areas that you need to keep a close eye on the temperature, then these temperature sensors are going to be super handy for you. Very helpful. You can monitor them on the app on your phone. You can monitor them through a hub, and I believe that they are fairly accurate based on what I'm seeing in my other weather station. I really like it being smaller and taking up less space, and still giving you just as much information as a larger weather station. So